Israelis are going to calculate they have support of Saudis and everyone else.
That's all fine. From their calculation, I understand that. But here's the thing. Last Thursday, why did they have to go on a sneak attack last Thursday when President Trump had, and it stated that he was looking for a diplomatic solution and had scheduled in Muscat, Oman, the 6th sessions that he had with Witkoff and others. Now, maybe they weren't making the progress. Maybe they came back and said, we don't like the deal. We're only going to have verification. We're not going to let you take it apart. Could have been all kinds of things in the diplomacy. And we know that a lot of that's true. But what was the rush to go a week ago? Today was their big triumph, beating their chest, shock and awe. What caused them to go then? And particularly what sticks in people's craw is why they did this, understanding, which they've been very open about. They couldn't finish the deal. They would get here and get hung out to dry, taking incoming on their civilians, and by the way, run out of Arab missiles and have to come back to the United States as a supplicant and ask for more on credit because they're not paying cash money on the barrelhead. Our special relationship is we just give them what they want. It's going to cost like $14 billion, I think the calculation is. But even worse, they need us for the coup de grace. How can anybody justify that? My issue is not, do they have a nuclear weapon? Not. All this is all interesting. It doesn't get to the heart of it. Benjamin Netanyahu, for his own personal political dilemma, created this sense of urgency that doesn't exist. Created it and did the salesman's upsell. We have to have regime change. And Fox News is boom, boom, boom. This is Iraq war all over again. It's so phony and so obvious. Brian Kennedy, am I wrong in this? And I said, by the way, I fully support the Israelis if they want to do regime change, go for it. I don't care. That's their call. It's Israel first. And particularly if they want to take out the nuclear threat, which is supposed to be so awful, they should finish what they started. We didn't start it. They started it. They should finish it. What is wrong with my logic, sir?
I agree with you. I agree with you 1,000%, Steve. They should finish what they started. It wasn't our job. Our strategy has to begin first and foremost with what is good for the United States. It's their get out for what is good for Israel. They started it. They need to finish it. They must have calculated they had the capability to both start it and finish it. If they didn't, that's just foolish on their part. From our point of view, we're not prepared for war with Iran in the Middle East the way I've just described in that scenario. And so they didn't consult us. This was not our idea to do this. And the president, in negotiating for peace, was doing the right thing. And I agree with you about that rush. It is now up to Israel to finish this. It's their job. If they want to change the regime in Iran, I think that would be a very good thing. But it's not the job of the United States to do that. It's the job of the Israelis, but even better, it's the job of the Iranians to do that. If you have a regime in Tehran that is constituted by Israel, you'll have another, decades and decades of war, because Iran is not Israel the same way Israel is not the United States. It will be up to the Iranian people to make a country for themselves. It doesn't have to be a democracy. It could be a military dictatorship. But the main purpose from our point of view is that it's not hostile to the United States or has war designs against the United States. Yeah. It's not our job to fix every country on earth. We have one job, and that's to fix the United States. We have to make sure that we have the military to deter any enemy who would seek our destruction, or the military equipment, such as missile defense, to make sure that's a reality. That's not the piece here that was in place. Under proper, design of a military campaign like this, we should have been far more prepared than we are today. We don't know if this is going to work, this attack on Fordo, which is why, again, this should be up to Israel. Let Israel do this. And if Israel wants to change the regime in Iran, good luck. That won't be that easy to do, but I believe it could be done. It would be good for the world if it were done, but it's not our job to do that. And the president, I think, has been commonsensical in his approach to this, and I expect he will be in the future.